Hello guys, my name is I am Rogers from Hispania, Kenya. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. Consider subscribe to my YouTube channel. Uh, today's episode, I want to share you with one, two, three things. Before that, let me say hi to uh, my guys. For those who are watching to my YouTube channel, and for those people who actually are going, for those people who are doing necessary which is being required in this content of mine, like this one which I'm trying to deliver to you or to put on air. So please, my guys, for those who have not subscribed to any content of mine, to this channel of mine, please do the necessary what's required for you to do so, because without your support, actually I can't go far. Without your that support, actually also I can't do nothing, because I do depend on you, you depend on me. We do share some things, some views, and so that I can be in a good point. At the same time, I do appreciate what you commented on my previous videos which I've put it on the air, but today I say thanks a lot for those my guys whom you are doing your duty, you are performing your part on subscribing to my YouTube channel, and also on considering viewing my videos, share and comments. Okay, thank you very much. So I told you earlier that today I want to speak with you, and I want to be frank and very uh, putting this message to you clear, so that you can get it positively and you can have a special look of this vlog of mine, because without you or or me, actually we cannot go far. That was I know. At the second time, second point, what I can say is that you people, to those who are watching over me, you are my people. I do love you, I do care you, because when I will say that I don't want to shoot or to put any content on air, actually you'll miss many things from me, meaning that we are depending on each other day by day. And I have a special look of this vlog of mine of today, which I've already passed to you, that I want to speak with you, my guys, wherever you are, whether you are in abroad countries or in within here in this continent of Africa. Let me see this. Today's I wanna gonna share with you concerning horticultural crops. These actually horticultural crops. The first thing you need to know, or to have in your mind in positively, that what is the meaning, what is the meaning, its meaning of this word horticultural crop. Because if you don't know this word or this meaning of that word which I've already mentioned earlier, actually you won't get nothing, you won't get anything from me, and you won't get anything at all, because I need, when I give when I decide to share with you some things or some views, I need to give you further explanation, and so far so good. So let me say this: horticultural crops, these are crops which we normally plant here in our local area. I will say some examples, but before I say those examples on how you can know this is a type of a horticultural crop, the only thing which you need to know first thing is the meaning of the word horticultural crops. Horticultural crops, these are crops which we normally plant in our local area, in a farm scale, or in a large scale farm. That's how I can explain to that word of horticultural crops. I've already said that, is horticultural crops, horticultural crops. These are crops which are being planted in a large-scale farm. Example, we have flowers, fruits, and vegetables. Those are some of the horticultural crops that we normally have here in Kenya, Africa, and other countries like Lesotho, Namibia, Mozambique, Eritrea, Djibouti, Tanzania, Uganda. I can't mention all countries which are being located here in this continent of Africa, but I think you know some of them because in this continent of Africa, actually, we normally have 57 countries, and here I am in Kenya, black man, speaking to you directly, meaning that you need to know that I am Rogers live to you, my guys. Before I proceed or I say something, before I forgot, remember on considering subscribing to my YouTube channel, share, comment, and leave a sweet comment. Not only comment, but you leave a sweet comment to this content of mine. I will say thank you and great thanks to my guys, to those who are watching over me. So the only thing which I can say, despite of that which I've mentioned that earlier, that I was trying to bring up an explanation on how you can know the meaning of horticultural crops. That's why I've said earlier that horticultural crops, these are crops which are being grown in a large-scale farm. And I've given to you some of the examples of crops, of those horticultural. One, I've said earlier, we have flowers. Two, we have fruits. Three, we have what? Vegetables. Those are horticultural crops. Let me go ahead and take this point of mine to be a point of interrogation concerning this vlog of today. When I say that horticultural crops, these are crops which are being planted in a large scale farm. What is my intention there? My intention here is to give you the clear explanation and some of the examples and how they're being planted and how they have much advantages and disadvantages of these horticultural crops. Those are the source of many things. Those are the source or the key things which you need to get from me so that you can share with me, because what I share with you, I share with you. What I share when I have something to deliver to you, to my guys who are watching over me, what I can say is that get this message clearly and known. These are crops which makes a country or a state or a continent to be in a good position. And these horticultural crops actually generally it acts as import and export to our countries, which we have here in this continent of Africa and other continent like Asia, because here in this world we have 7 continents. We have Asia, Australia, North America, South America, Africa, and what? And others. I think I've left 2, but we have 7 in this world. But where I'm coming live to you, I'm from Kenya, Hispania border of Kenya and Tanzania, which is being found, or it's located in Africa. In Africa. As you can see my face, the way I'm looking, I'm a black man, a black person from this area where I'm coming from. You can see this is my where I'm sitting right now. It's my place where I'm coming from. This is my house, and this is the area where I'm coming from. As you can see, that is the area. Clearly, that is the area and you can see how the nature of this area of mine it's look like. Actually, it's look amazing one, and very nicely. So meaning that what I'm trying to deliver to you, for those people who are watching over me, take it positively and try to come in this continent of Africa. Actually, there's some places here in Africa, Kenya, we have a good climate, weather, and all aspects which you are going through when watching this video of mine. Take a special look and have a special vlog of mine. I think here is the place where I'm coming from and where I'm located. This is my background where I'm coming from. So let me not go off to my point of mind of today. My point of mind, which I decided to share with you, is concerning horticultural crops. Remember, what I was showing you is that I was trying to show you the nature and the good climate of this area where I'm coming from. So, my guys, what I can share with you is that is concerning this point of today about horticultural. That's why I've mentioned earlier that we have these horticultural crops. These are crops which are being planted in a large scale farm. That is the point one. The second point you need to know is that uh, horticultural crops, these are crops like fruits, vegetables, and what? And flowers. Remember, here in Africa, Kenya, and all over the world, actually, and other continents in this world, actually, we have different types of flowers. Different types of flowers. Eh? We have different types of what? Of flowers. I will show you some of flowers which we normally have here in Kenya, Africa. I will show you, my dear. Don't go. Don't go. Be with me until the end of this content of today, and I think you'll enjoy it, and actually it will look very amazing and one. Let me not speak something which will make you maybe negatively thinking towards me. No. But what I'm trying to share with you is a clear message which I'm trying to deliver to you, and I'm trying to tell you on how these horticultural crops has make these countries of mine, which are being located in Kenya, Africa, has brought a good significance, many significance, and some of limitation. But with me, what I normally know concerning these horticultural crops, actually, we have flowers. I will show you because some of them I don't know their names. Okay. Also, we have vegetables. Vegetables. We have kales. I will show you. We have kales. We have uh, kundes, you see, and many others. Eh? Also, we have pigweed. That although pigweed is a weed, but it's also here in Africa, Kenya. It's a vegetable. It's a nice vegetable which contain fiber, and when you boil that vegetable, any vegetable, but concerning, despite of those vegetables which I've not mentioned, but let me emphasizing on this pigweed. Actually, in this pigweed, when you take that soup of that pigweed which is being boiled up before mixing, when you are preparing maybe a meal, you can take a glass of that pigweed boiled water soup. You can take it and that pigweed also you can take it you can take it directly, meaning that it helps. Pigweed generally it helps. It brings a lot of water, brings a lot of blood in your body, in the human body. That's the first thing. Two, it's helps in fiber. Eh? Three, it's an ionic food. Meaning it makes some people or children to grow faster. So that is the main thing which I can say there. And also that's the second horticultural crop which I'm trying to talk to you directly where I'm coming live to you. So the next thing or the next horticultural crop which we normally have here in Kenya, Africa and all over the world is all about fruits. In here, Kenya, Africa, we have different types of fruits. Let me, because me, I can say some things, but I will show you one of them. But today, let me say that we have fruits are like guavas, we have banana, oranges, pineapple, pawpaw, and many others. Mangoes, see, those are horticultural crops which we normally have here in Kenya, Africa, and all over the world. What are some of these advantages, like because I've talked advantage of fiber of vegetable in human body when we take it as a consumption. What are some of, that's one. And second one, concerning these fruits which I've mentioned earlier. The advantage of fruits actually, it helps or it keeps the immunity. It's built the immunity of a human body to be strong. Meaning that it can, when it built immunity, you can fight a disease, a white blood cells. When you are getting sick, when a human being gets sick, actually, what is going carried in there is all about the white blood cells of a human body, of a human being is being fighting with the red blood cells, white blood cells and red blood cells. They are fighting. Meaning, when you eat so much fruits and vegetables, these horticultural crops, actually, when you put them as a consumption, as a human consumption, actually, your body will be strong and stronger. Because without eating those kind of food or fruits, even tomato also, although is a type of a fruit in one part, but in a second side, we can say that tomato also, it's an ingredient. It's an ingredient when you want to cook a meal, like maybe kales, you can use it, tomato, and so many other food which maybe are being prepared. I know all of you whom are watching over me, you know tomato, you know these fruits which I've already mentioned, like guavas, mangoes, pawpaws, bananas, and all others. Before I can go and show you some of these flowers, I said earlier that I'm going to show you two types of flowers which we normally have here in Kenya, Africa. But let me have to show you these fruits which we normally plant here in Kenya, Africa, before I leave. This is what I mean. This is what I mean. That is what I mean. That is what I want. I did what? That is what I mean. After showing you concerning those horticultural crops, after showing you that horticultural crops, remember here I am at our home where I'm coming from. This is my background, my dear boys and girls. Before I leave, remember I showed you that is a guava. We normally use directly. Let me show you how we normally use here. After removing like this is a guava. This is a guava. Then you can take a special seat. This is a guava which I was normally talking about. When you take this type of fruits here in Kenya, Africa, I know there's some abroad countries which you didn't ever met with this kind of fruits. These we normally use directly. After cutting like that, you chew. You chew. Then you throw. When you throw, the outer part, you can eat now the inner one. This is how it look like. This one. Okay? I will continue later. This is how I'm strengthening uh, my white blood cells. This is now it's look like. After removing all topper part, then you can take it directly. Actually, what I can say with you, these guavas of mine, actually, they are very good and very nice. Actually, when I will take some like 1 to 2, 3. Then when after eating 3 guavas, then I take a cup of water. I can survive here in Kenya, Africa. That's the point you need to know. And at the same time, actually these fruits, they are nice one. So my guys, those who haven't come here in Kenya, Africa, please try to make a trip and come here in these countries, which those countries which they practice horticultural crops. Because I said earlier that these horticultural crops are being planted in a large-scale farm. At the same time, examples we have kales, flowers, and fruits. And I showed you one of type of the fruits which normally have here, and also I already mentioned some of them. And also I have talked about kales. Let me go ahead and show you those kales. Thereafter, I will show you a flower. Let me go ahead and take a special look. Okay, that is the flower which I've already said that I'm going to show you. That's the one of it. Also, this is a type of a flower which we normally plant here in Kenya, Africa, and all over the continent. This flower actually, it's also the second horticultural crops. We normally plant here when after some time they reach at its maturity, we take it to the market and we sell it. We get money for human consumption. This is the flower. You can take it. That's the second type. The third one we have is this one. This is the third one. This type of a flower also, there's a third one type. What I can say is that it's also looking very good and very amazing one, because these flowers, these horticultural crops actually here in Kenya, Africa, and all over the world, we normally planted them in a large scale farm. You can put them, this flower, to make the fence in your area or in your home. Another flower we have here, this is another flower. This also is our horticultural crops which you normally have here in Kenya, Africa. So remember, I'm live and very directly towards you. So the only thing which I can say is that this is the area where I'm coming from, and you can have a special look and know what I mean concerning this area of mine. So guys, for those who have not comment or share or leave a special comment, please do the necessary. Do the necessary, what is being required, and have a special look for those videos. For those who didn't subscribe or please do the necessary and have a special work, because today I was talking about horticultural crops which you normally have here in Kenya, Africa. Remember, I'm live here, so have a special look.